Kivumbi2017. My name is Sharon Momanyi. Now, the repeat presidential poll held on Thursday and whose results collation have been underway for more than 72 hours went well in Jubilee strongholds. There were, however, serious security and logistical challenges in areas where NASA supporters put up resistance to the repeat poll. Our senior reporters have been following events closely, and in this one-hour show, we'll bring you special reports of what has been happening in these regions. First up is Timothy Otieno with the story of the 4 days in Homa Bay.
So right now we are at Pala village in Karachuonyo constituency, just in front of the gate of the immediate former member of parliament for Karachuonyo constituency, Engineer James Rege, whose home yesterday evening was raided by a group of youth who were determined to set this house on fire and raise it down. And as you can see, the damage that has been done at the main entrance of this particular homestead, we are told that a group of youth of about more than 100, according to the eyewitnesses whom we've spoken to, and the security officers here say more than 100 youth walked into this front gate yesterday evening at around 5 p.m, determined to break down these doors and gain entrance into this homestead. Now, they were accusing the former member of parliament of getting election materials into this particular constituency and hiding those particular electoral materials at his homestead here in Karachuonyo constituency. Now, he called in police, and police were able to disperse the crowd, and shots were fired, and unfortunately 4 people were shot, and one of them passed away, a 20-year-old whom we've identified as Victor Muga, who passed away yesterday evening. But just to get and gain more perspective in this regards, I am now joined by James Rege's older brother, who will narrate to us perhaps what happened and what led up to the incidents of yesterday evening. Thank you so much for speaking to KTN News. I'm sure as a family you're shaken, you're rattled. Talk to us. What happened?
Thank you very much. Actually, we are very shaken, very rattled. At about 5, as you say, I was at my home, which is facing the road from Pala. But that's what I heard. Later, I heard that they had broken my brother's gate. They tried to enter, but they were repulsed by the security. And some fires were shot. I don't know what happened thereafter. Later this morning, I'm hearing that some people were shot.
Is it, in your estimation, could you term this as a politically instigated event, considering your brother is one of the leaders in this particular region who defected to the Jubilee Party?
It must have been politically instigated, because why not? They know my brother is not supporting the NASA or something, but this is a free country. He can support, of course, can support a donkey, support anybody else he wants. But that does not mean his home can be invaded. He didn't do anything wrong. In fact, even since these things started, my brother has not spoken against even Raila or anybody else.
Now, I'm at an area known as Nyangweso in Rangwe constituency, Homa Bay County. And here, just like in many other areas in this particular county, barricades are characteristics on the road. Now, ourselves, we have been stopped by a section of youth who actually thought that we were masquerading as IEBC officials trying to sneak in ballot papers into various polling stations within this constituency. No one is allowed to go to the polling stations to vote. Neither do they want to see any IEBC officials.
The police is using excessive force to beat the residents who are demonstrating peacefully.
No matter the kind of intimidation, we are still going to remain under the logo of no reform, no election.
Now, I'm at the Homa Bay High School that is supposed to be the constituency tallying center for the Homa Bay Town constituency. And normally on the eve of the election day, this hall of residence behind me ought to be a buzz of activity, with the IEBC setting its base here to prepare for the streaming in of election results. Now, take a walk with me. This particular hall is empty. no activity taking place here, and it is clear that the IEBC has not stepped foot in this particular constituency if the emptiness of this area is anything to go by. Perhaps the many roadblocks on the way may have deterred many of the IEBC staff who fear for their own lives from reaching this particular area, and many polling stations within this particular constituency and county look quite the same.
Sasa si ni no reforms, no election. No election.
Hii election ni ya bure, hatuwezi piga. Hii ni ya bure, hatuwezi piga. Hii ni ya wizi tu. Kwa nini? Si wameshaiba.
Now, in this particular county, there are about 476,875 registered voters in 8 different constituencies, and a county that is largely known to be an ODM stronghold, from the governor, Cyprian Awiti, to the senator, Moses Kajwang, as well as the woman representative, and all members of the 8 constituencies, all hailing from the ODM party, that is the dominant party in this particular region. And in this county, they are in solidarity with the NASA coalition and its leadership.
Jana watu wanasapiga kura, hata ona huko Nairobi, Thika, hakuna watu. Hapana hapa Kenya, hapana hapa Central Nyanza peke yake. Mimi na iko na TB. Mimi naona watu chachi kidogo kidogo.
Wewe kama binafsi, kwa nini haukwenda kupiga kura?
Hapana enda, mimi kura nafanya nini? Mimi na mara moja umeshapiga kura. Hawezi rudi. Kesho mimi napiga kura tarehe 8. Hawezi piga kura tena. Siku hiyo ni siku ya Sabato, hata siku ingine. We, Chabukati, tafadhali. Hii watu ni watoto, hii watu ni binadamu,
Watu walienda kotini, tukapata hakuna quorum katika koti, maana hiyo ilikuwa ni deal ya Jubilee. Quorum isipatikane, alafu mambo ya uchaguzi usiahirishwe. Kwa hivyo dunia nzima tunasema ya kwamba kura haijapigwa Kenya. No reforms, no election. No reforms, no election. Na tutazushia baadhi ya vitu yote ambaye Raila alisema tutazushia, na kuanzia leo tunajua ya kwanza serikali ni mbili Kenya. Raila ni serikali na Uhuru awe na serikali yake kando. Na tunaanza kuanzia saa hii.
The Lakeside region has seen an interesting couple of days. And in Homa Bay in particular, the re-election period has seen residents take to the streets determined to ensure that no elections take place in this county. Now, over the last 2 days, youth have engaged police in running battles as they try and ensure that their vote will not count in the scheduled October 26th repeat presidential election. Now, ironically, in this particular county, the same youth who barricaded roads a few days ago are the same ones now removing those stones, trying to resume a sense of normalcy back to this county. Not only were the roads barricaded, but also other institutions in this county were affected by the ongoing demonstrations by the residents here. Key among them were primary schools, high schools, and such institutions like the Tom Mboya University College that serves as the county tallying center for Homa Bay County. Now, most of these institutions were blocked to ensure that nobody gained access into the institution as an effort by the residents to ensure no elections took place.
Our leader Raila Amolo Odinga has told us that there is no election. Uhuru plus his guys, they were doing their birthday party that we cannot tolerate in Luoland, Nyanza specifically, plus other NASA strongholds.
But despite the relative calm that has since settled here in Homa Bay County, the residents insist that their agitation is far from over. For them, the elections are not just about free, fair and credible process, but one that will ensure that the votes of the people, especially in this county, actually matters.
We expect Kivumbi to take us to the ballot after 90 days, as our leader said, because we need Kivumbi to do some necessary amendment to the electoral process.
We don't go for voting again, and we are not going to do it. We are waiting for our leader, that is Raila Amolo Odinga, to tell us the next move. with Chavakati, we are sorry. Baba akisema tunarudi. Na Chabukati akisema tunaenda, tumekataa. Walete majeshi wote hapa Homa Bay, walete wote, tunangoja. Waue sisi wote. Let them bring the officers wote, waue Wajaluo wote Jaluoni hapa hivi. Ili wafaulu.
Uhuru amepata kura yake milioni 6 na watu wa Kenya ni milioni 19, 19 million. So we want to divide that. Wenye watabaki ndio watu wa baba. Kama ni 19 million, you subtract 6 million, the rest ndio ya baba. Alafu baba aingie State House, si tukae na maisha mzuri. Hatuna maneno mengine.
And even as the IEBC contemplates its next course of action, the residents of Homa Bay County almost unanimously have decided that they will not participate in any electoral process in the country, at least for the moment. Timothy Otieno, KTN News in Homa Bay County.
Now, Kisumu County too witnessed running battles, police shooting and cancellation of voting in the repeat poll. Our reporter Hussein Mohammed saw it all, and here is his special report.
We arrived 3 days before the Kenyan poll kicked off here in Kisumu County. This was amid anti-IEBC demonstrations which were going around the country. Kisumu County was the epicenter here in Nyanza region. Anti-IEBC slogans of no reforms, no elections were the call here in Kisumu County.
That's October.
Yes, exactly. So for 1 week we are going to be mourning. We are not going to have any ceremonies like voting. Let Chebukati take his voting back to IEBC anniversary towers. The people of Kisumu are not ready for it. And I'm saying it categorically. I'm going to invite the NASA leaders to come here tomorrow and see what tragedy has befallen Kisumu. And I'm asking Kamau to withdraw his men from Obunga and all these cartiers, all these estates, take them back to the bases, leave our people alone. We don't want murderers in the name of policemen.
As soon as the police see 5 or 6 people together, they shoot at them. Why are they shooting? And we've already said we are not voting, we are just standing by the roadside. And if we put roadblocks, it's just to stop us from going to vote ourselves. So why should they shoot to kill?
Train using live ammos. And hardly will we use live ammos. We have water cannons, we have tear gas. And all we are asking is them to be law-abiding.
From Nyalenda to Kondele to Obunga estates, a spot check down at the slum areas depicted what many termed as police brutality here in Kisumu County. The sound of sirens, the smell of tear gas was what could be heard here and felt here in Kisumu County.
They are treating demonstration in Luo as a robbery. When you go to other areas, demonstration is being treated as maybe as some kind of wedding show. But when they come to this area, it seems like this one was just a robbery.
Mimi kama binafsi nalipa tax. Na hii tax hainisaidii. Hii tax inaenda inasaidia wengine, sisi tunabaki hapa. Hii task yangu ndio wanalipa naye mapolisi wanakuja kutuua hapa. Hata hii bunduki ambayo yanaua watoto wetu, hizi mabunduki na hizi risasi, ni pesa yangu. Na ni kitu chungu kama pesa yako inakuja tena na uwa mtoto yako kwa mlango.
Running battles, even journalists could not be spared by the police officers here who were guarding and manning the demonstrators from not going to town, which was the CBD here in Kisumu County. At the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital, we could hear sounds of ambulances coming in, making endless trips in and out of the bay of the hospital. Women, children, fatalities could be recorded here. Hospital officials tell us that around 3 people died during the confrontation between the police officers and the anti-IEBC demonstrators here in Kisumu.
Nimekuwa kwa nyumba nikitengeneza chai. Jirani yangu akaniambia chai kiiva niite. Sasa mimi nilikuwa nafungua mlango, watu walikuwa wanapita mbio. Mimi kufungua mlango, watu wakaingia hapo, tufungua mlango, fungua mlango. Mimi kufungua mlango. nikakataa kufungua mlango kwanza, akasema ukapasua hiyo kioo hapo juu, akasema kama sifungue mlango anarusha tear gas, na nilikuwa na mtoto wa 1 week hapo, nikaona hapana, mtoto anaweza kufa hapa, wacha tu mimi sacrifice huko mbele.
Our people must be protected from police brutality. Now, one person has died. Now, if you add the student from Seme sub-county, that is 2 people dead already, being shot. Now, that young man who is dead is called Godfrey Omondi. Since about 1.5 hours ago, the police have been breaking into houses and assaulting people in their homes. One lady has been brutally beaten by 8 policemen in Obunga, and she has been brought here for treatment.
I also speak on behalf of the young children of this county who know no child games that other children in other counties know or play, because to them, the only games they know is the sting of the tear gas and the sound of bullets, because that's all they hear. I speak for terrified women and men who, when darkness falls, are terrified because they know it's time for the police to kick their doors, pull them out of their houses, and shoot them. And if you're a woman, the doors are kicked, you are pulled aside, and you are raped. That is what darkness means in this part of the country. Darkness is supposed to bring with it hope for rest for the night and peace. But in Kisumu County, darkness is now terrifying.
Here in Kisumu County, returning officers, presiding officers could not be seen in some of the polling stations.
This is not a whose property. This is property of Kenyan.
People have been doing things that we want them to do. And even those other people that have not resigned, I'm saying that these people should also resign, because we are not going for any election.
Kisumu East Tallying Center, where it's also a polling station, as you can see behind me, ballot boxes lining up. This is a similar situation depicted in various polling stations here in Kisumu. We have transversed across Kisumu County in different polling stations. The situation is the same. From presiding officers to returning officers, tables were left with breadcrumbs and dirt on them. No one showed up. The IEBC officials and staff, some of them say they were threatened and could not come to the different polling stations here in Kisumu County. Kisumu County has 1,027 polling stations here. None of them, no one voted here in Kisumu County.
Afisa ambao nataka nifanye nao kazi pia wajaasili, na nimejaribu kuwatafuta kwa simu ya mkononi, ndio runinga, sijui wananiambia ati wanaogopa kukuja, kuna shida, njia zimefungwa na pia wanakuwa threatened. Sasa sijui kama watafika, lakini natumaini watafika. Pia jambo lingine, pia magari ya kupeleka hizi vitu kwa station hayajakuja.
Outside the polling stations, youth barricaded the roads. Police officers with running battles here with the residents here in Kisumu County was the script that marked the better battle of the day here at Kisumu. The IEBC first call for postponement was met with anger and fury, but the stakeholders here, leaders, political leaders to church leaders here, came out saying that there was police brutality here in Kisumu County.
We as business people in this region believe that our businesses cannot prosper without having our political rights.
And please don't cheat us. If you are going to live according to your conscience, as you said, please be consistent in your statement and in your actions. We ask you in the name of God, tomorrow, don't bring your men here to brutalize our people again. Can somebody say amen?
Amen. The utmost zeal
And let me say, if it becomes necessary that some of us lay down our lives to perform that duty and make sure that the people of this region get their due right, that will happen, and so be it.
As we left Kisumu County, Governor Anyang' Nyong'o says he's going to meet with Kericho Governor just to make peace at the border. There has been a bit of scuffle with roads being barricaded at the border of Kericho and Kisumu. But residents here in Kisumu tell us that they need a solution. They need a solution to have their business back, their premises opening back. Border operators want to come back in town at the CBD just to make their life going on. From Kisumu County, my name is Hussein Mohammed.
This is